Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and as I'm probably going to be doing a bit more of the YouTube and streaming stuff, I'll explain that on another day. I wanted to jump into a video that I want to make sure all of you know about, because I hadn't toyed with it as much until, this past kind of week or so, but I've been a bit busy, and it is this mod right down here. Now, some of you guys may already know about this one, but if you don't, hopefully you guys get something about this, but I also want to show you just the difference in how it can work and where you can use it. Now, what does this mod do? Well, particle deconstruction states dealing damage to a combatant with fusion or linear fusion rifles grants bonus damage with a fusion or linear fusion rifle against that combatant for a short duration. So if you do damage to a combatant, either a fusion or linear fusion rifle will do more damage to that combatant, and you can stack it up to 5 times. It's weird how it stacks, but I know it caps out at 40%, which is the important number. So the nice thing about this season, and they are, again, this is where Bungie is steering us into certain metas that they want us to play, you've got a lot of mods that help this. You've got Fusion Scavenger, both linear and Fusion Scavenger for 3 energy. You may as well just get comfortable and leave this one on. I wouldn't use this. I was using this one specifically for the Lawrence Driver Catalyst, so I could get the PvP kills, just helped with that one. But you've also got Unstoppable Fusions. This is going to be a way to kill those Unstoppable champions, both at range, get some damage on them, and then obviously put that Unstoppable mod that you can use for both types of these things. So Fusion Rifles are definitely going to be in the mix a lot this season, and this takes them to another level. 40% damage sounds like a lot, because it is, but the main reason it actually works really, really well is because the way it plays with both of these types of weapons. So if you take normal particle deconstruction, not really anything else, and take anything basic, here's a high impact frame. Now, they did adjust fusion rifles a lot. You've got a charge time of 1,000 on this one. You've got a charge time of 660 on your aggressives and your adaptives. And then your rapid fires has a charge time of 460. They feel substantially different. I'm going to show them all to you. But the big thing to note is no matter which type of energy weapon fusion rifle that you're using, and there's a lot of fun exotics, we can toy around with that one a little bit later. But the big deal is that you can have a linear fusion rifle put out some substantial damage. All of mine seem to have decent mods on them, so I mean high impact reserves, you'll get a little more out of the bottom of the magazine, and that's fine. But linear fusion rifles got a buff a little while back. It was like 20%, I think. So I've used those in lost sectors and other things, and just the fact that you can hit something from far away. Now you can deal with an unstoppable champion, so there's some definite benefit to adding them in there. And you're going to get benefit from this mod. So even if you've got, barrier and you say run an overload bow here, you can still get the bonus damage on your linear fusion rifle from this mod. So you're going to be able to take advantage of this pretty much all the time. Now, there are really cool exotics. I don't have, literally a couple of them. I don't have Vex. I don't have 1,000 voices. Yeah, call me a bad YouTuber. But, I mean, I have not rated as much as I would like to. That's something to work on changing. But the big deal is, every time you hit something, it's going to stack. So you're going to take Corsair's Wrath, for example. You hit the first shot, whatever damage number you get. Next time, it's going to be about 10% higher than 10%, 10%. It caps out at 40%, basically. But if you do 4 or 5 shots in a row, by the time you get to 40% more damage, if I'm doing 40,000 damage, and then you do 40% more of that, you've got a much higher number on that 5th shot. Then you reload, the stack will stay as long as you reload, and then if that boss has enough health that you can keep firing, you're going to fire at that max stack until you are out of ammo. Or at least until immunity phase comes up. But either one, you're going to be able to melt some things very, very quickly. Now, the thing to note is the linear fusion is a single shot. So when you hit it, it's a very directed hit. You'll see the damage number. Next time you'll see a 10% higher damage number. It's pretty straightforward. When it comes to the fusion rifles in the energy slot, outside of exotics, which are not always the same, but your standard energy fusion rifles, whether high impact, rapid fire, adaptive, aggressive, doesn't matter. Pretty much everything in this slot fires multiple bolts. So you've got the rapid fires, which I think now fire 9 from the big patch that we got at the start of the season. You've got your aggressive and adaptive, which are kind of that middle category for charge time at 660. They fire 7 bolts. And then you've got your high impact frame that fires 5 bolts. Again, 5 bolts here. They should hit harder. 9, they're going to be a little weaker. Balancing, I'm not sure everything's perfect, but that's the general idea. But the key thing here is, once you start hitting with a normal fusion rifle, it really takes 1 shot to stack the damage almost up to max, and then maybe 2. Sometimes it's a little weird, but it hits with so many bolts, and the way it kind of stacks the damage, it stacks it so quickly. Almost every shot after the first one is going to be nearly at max damage. So when you start unloading a magazine of 5, or God forbid 8 on this one, for example, you're going to be putting out so much damage on this one in a short period of time. And this is just an energy weapon. It's got, you know, not the biggest range, but it's pretty reasonable. And if you don't have Null Composure, this isn't even the best one. You can get ones that are going to be set up with like high impact reserves. Do you have a Cartesian coordinate with Vorpal, for example? You're dumping damage into a boss, here you go. Do you have it with not accelerated coils, but liquid coils, so you get that even higher impact? There are little tweaks and mods and, you know, certain builds that you can go for, but mainly my goal with this video is just to show you guys what it's like when you do damage with each one of these fusion rifles. I'm going to show you first what it's like without the particle deconstruction mod, just so you can see with me like emptying a clip of, say, one of these, for example. I'm going to empty a clip of this one right here. Pretty standard, 1320. I'm going to empty the clip without the mod into the boss in this lost sector. Then I'm going to show you what it's like afterwards. First with the linear fusion rifle, just so you can see the damage number stack. I don't even know if there's enough to actually get all the stacks in there, but I think I can get close. And then we're going to go all the way maxing out with each one of these, just so you guys can see how fast they kill from a normal fusion rifle. And then I'm going to use this one again with the mod. So let's jump in first. The reason I'll show you guys this one, just so you guys can see me unload an entire clip at first, see how much damage it does, and then I'll show you guys what the buff is like. So I'm going to go do some clears in this lost sector. I'm going to cut back in every time I'm at the boss for you guys. Alright, so on this run, basically I'm going to show you guys, I have no mod on, normal fusion rifle, pretty standard, no sliding, no nothing, no damage buffs, and I know it shows charged with light, but as you guys can see, I'm currently not running high energy fire, so that's not going to affect damage. So all I want you guys to see is just me unload an entire clip of this fusion rifle into the boss. We'll see if we can even kill it without the buff. But for now, normal clip into the boss. Just got to wait for a break in the shield. Got a decent amount of health though. Once it opens up, try and get a decent angle here and just start unloading full shots. That's it. That's 6 shots with that fusion rifle. Did not even kill it. Now, can I go kill it with one more shot? Sure. Was that a decent amount of damage? Yeah. But now we're going to come back in once I finish everything up. And let's see how quick I can kill it afterwards. Let me finish them up right now, though. Alright, so that's the first one done. Now we're going to do damage runs on the rest of this with the mod equipped. So that's just so you guys can see normal fusion rifle, pretty standard loadout right here. All 6 shots, did not finish it up. Now let me come back in with the mod equipped. No difference besides just one mod. And we're going to see how quick that boss dies. And then I'm going to do a little side-by-side so you guys can see it. Alright, so we're back in the same position. Same build, same loadout, same everything. Particle deconstruction is now on. It took 6 shots and I did not kill the boss last time. Let's see what happens. I gotta wait for him to at least maybe turn around. We can get him to look at me a little bit. There we go. And here we go. Dead in 5 shots. Not like, is he gonna die? Dead in 5 shots. So that's the thing. It starts to add up so much more. I couldn't kill him with the full clip before, and I killed him with 1 less shot than my magazine holds last time. And this is with no mods on the weapon. This is without Vorpal. This is without, you know, say Reservoir Burst to start, or High Impact Reserve sitting on the end. None of this right here is about as basic as it gets. One for All was not active. The only single difference between what I just did on the first one and the next one was this mod. So I'm going to show you the same thing with a linear fusion rifle this time on the boss. And you can actually compare and see why these fusion rifles are going to be so important to your loadouts basically for the next 6 months because we have a long season. Linear fusions are a good heavy, but these are an excellent, excellent energy weapon. All right, let's go do the linear fusion now. All right, so this time we are going to go in with a Tarantula. Yes, it is slightly lower, but I'm in a lost sector that is like basically just patrol level, so this definitely shouldn't matter. Just confirming, particle deconstruction is not on. We're going to go linear fusion, see how many shots it takes for the kill. Once again, wait for the shield to open up. See if I can get him to turn around once, maybe. He does take a little bit of damage. Again, I've got to reload for the kill. Now he's dead. So that was 6 total shots for the kill. With the normal linear fusion rifle. But it did take 6, and there was still even a chunk of damage, because, again, your little adds in this thing are slowly whittling away, so it's not perfect. But, again, you guys are getting the idea of how many shots it takes. So now let me come back in here with the linear fusion rifle maxed out with particle deconstruction, and I'll show you guys the difference. Alright, so we're back for the final run. This time, same linear fusion rifle, Wellspring, Freeding Frenzy, but we have particle deconstruction on, so you guys can watch the damage numbers tick up a bit more directly now. 45, 48, 52, 55, 59,000 right there at the end. So let me get out of here, and we are going to wrap this thing up. Just going to kill these guys and get back to a quiet place to finish our chat. All right, so that does wrap up kind of what I wanted to show you guys and why this is so important. You've got Unstoppable Fusion, which is going to cover both your energy slot and your heavy slot, linears and regular fusion rifles. You've got exotics that you can toy around with this thing on, and there are quite a few. You're going to have Arbalist, which is going to be your linear fusion in your kinetic slot. You're going to have Bastion, which is also going to be, I think, also has something going on for Unstoppables. I think it's already got something there. You've got quite a few in your energy slot. You've got Jotun, Telesto, the Game Breaker, Merciless. Don't disregard Merciless, because that thing gets its charge time to go faster and faster every time you don't kill an enemy, so that one's actually going to be really cool. Also, if you come over here, you have the Lawrence Driver. That one's definitely not messing around. If you have Vex, it is God tier right now. Use it. Pair it with that buff and just, like, destroy everything. 1,000 Voices, also extremely potent right now. Sleeper is going to be hitting pretty hard. Queen Breaker as well. Those are your main ones for exotics. But that's the big thing to note is, say you start off with the linear fusion rifle like I did, and I empty the clip. Is it faster to sit there and reload or switch over to my fusion rifle? It's going to be faster to switch over here. Maybe it's a rapid fire fusion rifle. I've already got the 5-stack on here from this thing, and then I can dump in even more damage, depending on how close you are, or you could do it in the reverse order. You could smack it pretty hard with this thing a couple times first, then you might be able to still keep some damage on it from range and keep your damage going. So please, this season, particle deconstruction should be on your class items basically the whole season. It's going to be one of the better ones to use. And you're going to be able to pair that with, you know, your unstoppable fusion rifles. You've got your fusion rifle double scavenger mod for 3. So you really can do a whole lot with fusion rifles. You've got your ranged precision shots. You've got a whole lot of mid-range damage to unload. And then whatever else you got to do for champions, you only need one more slot for that. So if you guys found this video useful, hopefully you guys did, please drop a like below. If you think I can do these better, I am going to be working on more different styles of videos for you guys, so stay tuned for those. If you do enjoy my content, though, and you want to hit that subscribe button, if you haven't yet, please hit it. Always a good way to support me. If you guys want to help my videos make it into your YouTube feed, hit that alert bell next to it. And if you do want to support me directly and help support the channel, you can hit that join button, join the channel as a member. If you guys want to find me on Twitter, it is @Ebontis, and then over on Twitch. Sometimes I stream on twitch.tv/Ebontis. Sometimes I stream right here on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. Hope to see you soon.